You found the Brand Bridge, the podcast that's all about branding, entrepreneurship, faith, mindset, all the things that you need for your business to build a compromise free personal brand. And so, my name is Melissa, I'm the host. And today we're going to talk about what is your message. I am a personal brand and messaging strategist. So, of course, we're going to talk about message and the importance of knowing what your message is, the importance of having the clarity of what your message is, because this is the thing that you are going to repeat all the time. Like, if you think about how many times you've heard or Nike have had to say, just do it. Like, we know it by heart. When we hear just do it, we know it's Nike. We just know, right? And so, because that has built up, it lives rent free in our minds, right? And over time, we've just heard it so much that we just can identify that brand. This is brand recognition. We know the celebrities that work with Nike. We know, probably more than we should about Nike. But that's how you build a brand. A brand is about, and especially personal brand, it's about the recognition of your message and your vision, your mission, and where you're going, and the solutions that you're bringing as well. And so, who you are is more important than what you do. Why? Because who you are shapes the approach of what you do, and it shapes your message. You're using your story, you're using your experience. So really getting to the bottom of who you are and what you've come to do and the impact you've come to make and the people you've come to serve really starts with who you are and the message that you have on your heart to share that is going to impact so many people. So your audience might not know your exact title. They might not know about your family, your friends, they might not, and they don't care, right? They don't care about those types of things. And just a side note, please don't make your titles like super complicated or super fancy. You don't have to have a fancy title. If you are a life coach that works with women in their 50s who are transitioning into retirement, you don't have to say something crazy like, I am the unicorn for 50 plus coach that twinkles and stars. Like, I don't know, like some people just go crazy with their titles, and they make up words and they do all kinds of stuff, and it's like no one cares. I'm speaking as a brand strategist. No one cares about your title. I don't mean to be mean, but really, especially when it's complicated, no one, think about what people are Googling or putting in ChatGPT or AI. They're not going to put, I'm looking for like the Twinkle Fairy unicorn of coaching for 50 plus. They're not going to put that. They're going to put life coach for retirees 50 plus, something like that, so you don't want to make it too complicated. I just want to put that as a side note because it to use an expression, it grinds my gears when I see it, because people really, you think you're being fancy, but people don't care and they will never look up those words. Now, if you have an established business and you've already kind of have a following, you've made a name for yourself, and you're known as the fairy retiree coach, that's a different story. It's like Oprah. If Oprah starts calling herself something, like, people are gonna know. They might think it's weird, but they're gonna know, right? It's like when Prince changed his name to Symbol. Like, people just, you get what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, your audience doesn't really care about your titles and things like that, but what they care about is, how do you help me? Can you help me? What's your approach? What's your perspective? What's your story? Do you get where I'm coming from? Because if I am in perimenopause and I want to talk to a life coach, I'm probably not going to talk to a man, to be very honest with you, because he has no idea what it's like. He might have the education, he might have studied all kinds of things, but for me, I would want to talk to a woman who probably gets where I'm coming from, at least to a certain degree. Even if she's younger than me, she's had years of periods and cramps and all this kind of stuff, so she probably gets me. And so that's like really important for people. People want to know, how can you help me? And do you get me? Do you get where I'm coming from? I did a poll a few months ago, and that was one of the top reasons that people chose who they were going to work with. Do they get me? Do they have the solution? Of course. But do they get me? Do they get where I'm coming from? So it is important, and people think about that. And, I see a lot of ads recently where people are like, oh, you don't have to build know, like, trust, and you don't. Well, yeah, you kind of do, because when you get to a certain point, or if you want to get to a certain point, people have to know they can trust you. People have to know, and it doesn't have to take long. Building know, like, and trust can happen very quickly. It doesn't have to be a long process, but there has to be something that says, you know what, yeah, this person can help me. And so the people that I'm working with now, and a lot of people that I'm working with now, and that I've been speaking to, want to do more podcasts, want to do more speaking engagements and keynotes. And when you are going to be a keynote speaker, or you're going to be on podcasts, you have to have a message. You have to know your story, and it has to be delivered in a certain way for it to be engaging. You want to capture the attention of the audience, because you have a message, because you have something that you want to share that's going to impact people, that's going to help people. So you have to know how to say that message and deliver that message. And what does that look like? And so that helps with connection. That helps with connecting with people. That helps with building your community, building the people that you're going to have around you. When you have a clear message and people can get behind your message and your vision and your mission and where you're going, it's so much easier to talk to people who have the same heart as you. They don't have to be doing the exact same thing as you, but they have to be able to say, yeah, you know what? I agree with that. I see where you're going with that. I agree with that. Like, you have to come into agreement with the people that are going to be supporting you, because that's how you will sustain relationships, make connections, and get the support that you need to do the things that you are called to do. And so you're probably like, okay, Mel, well, what does a message look like? How can I create my message and develop my message? I'm glad you asked. So the message that you have on your heart is really going to be, think of your vision, think of your mission, think of where you want to go. I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay, now think about what it is that's bringing you to that decision. What moment in your life, in your business, what happened that made you say, you know what? This was the thing that changed the trajectory of where I want to go or where I'm going. This is your message. That key transformational point in your life, in your business, that was like, oh, things are changing, or things changed, and now I can see clearly, I can see more clearly about the impact I'm here to make, about the solution that I have, about the words and the things I want people to know. Because there's the message is about a transformation. The message is it's about letting people know that where they are, they don't have to stay there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Your story is a lesson for you, but it's life to somebody else that needs to hear it. It's going to encourage and bring up the people that just need to hear what you have to say. You have a voice. You're not an echo. You're not going to be echoing somebody else's voice and message. You have a message. You have a voice. You have something to say that's on your heart. And when you get clarity about what your message is and how to articulate that message in a way that's impactful, you're going to make a difference. So tell me now, think about it. What is your message? What is the thing that people need to know and need to hear to help them be set free from whatever is holding them down? Put fear aside. Put doubt aside. And take that bold step forward to share your message, and then share it all the time in different ways. You're going to be sharing it in different ways, but share it. Know what it is and share it. So thank you for joining me today. I really hope you get a chance to sit down and think about, what is your message? What is it that you want to be putting out there to help people overcome, to help bring solutions to problems? Write it down and then share it online, share it in your marketing, and just move forward with faith. I will see you next time. Bye. Between Two Ferns with Melissa Mon. Not wearing my glasses this time so that there's no reflection, but I might wear my glasses sometimes. I don't know. This is like bloopers, I guess.